and welcome back to the vlog, Fit Chick. Now, we are in the final phase for our who, what, when, why, where, and how 3-part series of nutrition. If you've missed the first 2 parts, be sure to click on the link below or visit canneverbeaskinnybish.com under their fitness tab where you can get all the tips you've missed. A few things we went over. Let's do a quick recap. We did who you're eating around, when you're eating your meals, where you're eating your meals, why you're eating your meals, and today we're going to cover where you're eating your meals and how you're eating your meals. Now, think about it this way. Where do you eat? Do you eat in the kitchen while you're cooking? Are you suddenly no longer hungry when you're done cooking your meals? Or do you eat in bed while you're watching a movie, especially on weekends? Or do you eat at your desk in front of the computer? Do you eat in front of the TV watching a movie? Where do you eat? Do you eat standing up? Do you eat sitting down? Do you eat on the go? Do you eat in your car? Where are you eating? This is very important, and let me tell you why. I'm no doctor, but I can tell you that where you eat tends to camouflage how much you eat. And that's where I come in to say, be careful, because you don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to eat a lot because you're not paying attention to what you're eating. And my mom yells at me about this all the time because I always eat when I'm on the phone because I feel like I'm the busiest person in the world. And the only time I can eat is when I'm like watching TV or I don't watch TV. When I'm watching something online or when I'm talking to somebody on the phone. I'm trying to like stuff my face at the same time. But I've come to realize before you know it, you've eaten like a whole bag of grapes and you didn't even pay attention to the fact that you were eating, period. If you're eating in bed, it's just so comfortable and cozy, and something about the culture has gotten us to believe that while we're watching movies, we should just eat. And that's a horrible idea. I don't know who came up with that. I mean, it's probably business people. Great strategy, but it's horrible for your health. Be careful. You don't want to get so distracted, depending on where you're eating, that you don't notice how much you're eating, which leads into the next portion of this video that's more bulky, and it is how of eating. So both how and how much. How are you eating? Think about how are you eating, whether it's spinach or kale, or some people think, oh, I'm eating broccoli, that's healthy. How are you eating the broccoli? With lots of cheese on it, melted cheese? Not so healthy, thank you. But just think about how you're eating, how you're making your meals. Are you putting lots of salt? Are you defeating the purpose? How are you eating? And on the flip side, I also want you to think of how much you're eating. So I have started eating a lot healthier since I embarked on this journey, which, by the way, I weighed myself on Friday and I have lost 24 pounds as of today. Yay! So every day I hold myself more and more accountable to you, and I hope that increases my credibility in your eyes. But anyway, so how much you're eating. So I realized that I tend to eat a lot. I may eat a lot of the right things, which is good because I've switched from eating a lot of the wrong things, but I'm still eating, keyword, a lot. So I'm working on that still, but as I'm going through it, I want to share with you some things that have helped me. And I feel like because it's a lifetime change and a lifestyle change as well, I don't want to do anything drastically to the point where I can't even keep up with myself. So I went in increments. I started by eating a lot cleaner. I'm still eating a lot. And so now I want to eat a lot less. So less and cleaner, and just gradually add things into my lifestyle and take other things out. So how much are you eating? You'll be surprised how little a serving is. I do not want to be one of those people who's always looking on boxes and labels and all of that, but sometimes it does come in handy. And when you see serving size, so you may look at something and go, only 80 calories, no big deal. And they're like per serving, and you're like, okay. And come to realize per serving is like 1/4 of a cup and you're eating 2 cups. What's in your plate is not 80 calories. Do the math. So let's think about that when we're eating. How much are you eating? Are you eating until you're full, until you're stuffed? Are you eating until you're satisfied? This correlates with how you're eating in a very big way. So if you're just stuffing your face and eating quickly, if that's how you eat, you're jeopardizing how much you eat, because you're not even going to realize when you're full until you sit back, you're done, you drink lots of water, and you go, ow. So make sure that's not the case. Be very observant about your eating rituals or mannerisms. That's something that I've come to start doing as well. I pay attention to, some people get started counting how many times they chew. I've never been good at that. But if that helps you slow down your eating, then good for you. Another tip I used to do, which is completely dumb, I don't do it anymore, but I did it in college, was that sometimes I would want something so bad, like a cupcake. And because I had meal points, I'd go in the dining hall and I'd be able to get it. So I'd get it and I'd chew like 8 times and then spit it out. So it satisfied my sugar craving or my cupcake craving, because it's like I had it, but I don't want the calories, so I spit it out. And it's kind of dumb and a little extreme, but if that helps you get started, that was a start for me. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. And that's what I had to do at the time, because I could not resist not getting the cupcake, but I did not want to eat the cupcake. It was just a temporary, crazy desire for the cupcake. Anyway, so be conscious of how you're eating, how much you're eating. Do the whole fists, baseball bat, potato thing. I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't do it, but I just try to limit my intake. And I've realized that my body can do a lot with a little, and you need to keep that in mind. My quote for the day, or my fun fact or tip for the day for you, is that I have some good news. Today's Sunday, so I'm going to share the good news with you. Celebrities and, famous people, movie stars, whatever, they are gorgeous because they're fearfully and wonderfully made. And so my good news to you is that you are also fearfully and wonderfully made. So there's no reason why you should not be gorgeous as well. Keep that in mind. Have a great week. Till next time. Goodbye.